Hey guys, in today's Disney Rewind, we're going to be talking about the mini adventures of Winnie the Pooh, released back in 1977. The Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh follows a stuffed bear named Winnie the Pooh as he goes on many adventures with his friends Piglet, Eeyore, Rabbit, and Tigger. So, we're joined today by Winnie the Pooh characters. We got Tigger over here.
And Pooh, and Eeyore.
And these are like baby versions. We got them at Disney World and they're so adorable. But anyway, our overall thoughts and feelings on the mini adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
I really liked it. I liked all the characters and it was fun, silly.
It was a whimsical cartoon. There wasn't much of anything to it really. It was just really whimsical, really random. I mean, not really any sort of plot necessarily, you know, like an overarching plot, I suppose. Just little mini episodes, pretty much, of Pooh and some shenanigans he gets up to with all the other 100 Acre Wood characters. But still, it was weirdly enough enjoyable and cute.
And all three stories, little mini stories that were in there, were good.
I really liked the overall style of the cartoon because everything was taking place inside the book. The narrator was like telling you the story, reading you the story, and the characters were kind of like popping in and out of the pages. If you've seen the cartoon, you know what we mean. It's kind of hard to explain, but like Pooh would be on, you know, the left-hand side of the page, and then he'd walk on over to the right-hand side of the page, and you could see like the writing that the narrator was reading off of and everything, and it's like the characters and the narrator were kind of interacting together and kind of also interacting with you, the viewer, at the same time, if that makes sense. So I liked that. It was really creative and different from just the style that all these other Disney movies have been taking. So moving on to our questionnaire, who was your favorite character?
Well, I've always liked Eeyore, but Eeyore wasn't even in these. He popped up for probably a total of like 2 minutes throughout the whole movie. But I really liked Rabbit because Rabbit didn't give a crap, and Rabbit didn't like anything that was going on. So I liked Rabbit.
I have always liked Rabbit. Whenever I tell people I like Rabbit, they always kind of look at me like, why? He's so grumpy and he doesn't like to have fun. But I don't know, that's kind of what I like about Rabbit, because he just has a no-nonsense attitude, and he hates when things go wrong, and he just wants to look after his farm or whatever, and he's just so hilarious, and I like him. I feel like I'm Rabbit sometimes. Maybe that's why I like Rabbit. But I also liked Tigger. I mean, who hates Tigger? He likes to bounce and have fun and stuff. But I liked all the characters. It's kind of hard to pick one. I like them all.
Pooh sometimes drove me crazy though. I was like, God sakes, Pooh, stop eating.
It's Pooh's fault.
God sakes, Pooh, stop doing everything.
It's Pooh's fault that everything wrong in the world happened. So moving on to best song. What was that one called? The one with when Pooh went into his trippy dream.
I was gonna say that one too.
The Heffalumps and Woozles? Is that what that thing's called? That's kind of the only one that stands out, because even before we started this movie, I kind of
It's the only thing you knew?
Yeah, I kind of had that tune already in my head, but that might just be because of the ride at Disney World. That's why it's ingrained in my head, probably, because I couldn't really remember any of the other songs. But yeah, I guess Heffalumps and Woozles, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I liked that song too. It was weird. I don't know what was happening.
I don't either.
It was still funny.
This cartoon definitely felt like a product of the 70s because of the trippy dream states that Pooh was having. So. Moving on over to favorite scene.
Well, going off of favorite song, I just liked the whole Heffalump, whatever they were called.
Hufflepuffs?
The things.
I just want to call them Hufflepuffs.
I just liked how, like, they all kept changing into different things. Like, it all blended in well with, like, they would morph from one thing to the next thing. So I kind of liked that whole style, the whole animation of it too, because it just all flowed nicely into it's just all wacky and colorful.
I think my favorite scene was when Piglet and Pooh went up to Owl's treehouse, and the blustery day was about to start. Well, it was already starting. The tree was just rocking back and forth all crazy, and everything in Owl's house was like rocking, and like the table with the teacup was going back and forth, and Piglet was flying everywhere, and he about went out the door.
Well, he did go out the door.
Yeah.
Maybe he was holding on.
I don't know. I liked that whole scene at Owl's treehouse. That was really cute and really funny at the same time.
I guess though too, I really liked all the scenes of the pages being flipped
Mm-hmm.
and the narrator popping in.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, like you were saying earlier, they were just funny because he would sit there and he'd say something and they'd be like, huh?
Yeah.
Which kind of merges for me into the next question.
Oh, the favorite line.
Yeah.
Are you about to steal my favorite line? That's,
Oh,
what,
well,
that's what we're moving into, right? Yeah. Best line, since we're going right into that. You're about to steal my best line, aren't you?
Well, I don't remember the lines. I did have a line, but I kind of forgot what it was.
Are you talking about the one where the narrator... was it Al? Was it the part at the treehouse? Or some scene, I can't remember. And then Al was talking and talking, because that was supposed to be his character, that he was kind of a rambly old man, it seemed. And he was just telling story after story, and all the characters were like, oh my god. Is it the line where the narrator, he said, Al talked on page 41
through
to
62.
Yeah, 60-something. That was probably the best line. Just the narrator, you know, it's like the narrator was a character too. I think a lot of people might kind of forget about that. I kind of forget about it. It's like he's a character too, just the way he interacts with you and the characters. And yeah, I think the narrator actually had some of the best lines of dialogue in the whole movie. Just his little quips about just little things going on, and then the characters looking up. But yeah, the part with Al talked from page this to that was probably the most hilarious, and I definitely laughed out loud on that one.
Poor Al.
Poor Al.
Just want to tell a story. Just want to tell his grandpa's story.
Yeah. And kind of going back to best scene really quick, we kind of jumped right into the best line. I also really loved the whole sequence when Tigger got stuck up in the tree with Roo, right? Was it Roo?
Yeah.
And Tigger, I guess he was afraid of heights and he couldn't jump down. And then Rabbit, okay, I love Rabbit, but Rabbit was so mean to poor Tigger, you know, because he didn't want Tigger to bounce.
He said, to leave him up there, didn't he?
Yeah, he didn't want Tigger to bounce anymore. And he was like, if we help you get down, you promise not to bounce anymore. And so poor Tigger, that was so sad. When Tigger walked away all sad, and then everyone guilt-tripped Rabbit into telling Tigger that he can bounce again.
And they all bounced.
Yeah, they all bounced.
Bounced too much.
So now it's time to move on over to a book recommendation. If you guys like The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, you may like Figment by Jim Zub. And yes, this is Figment from like the Disney World theme park attraction thingy. Figment being like this purple pinkish dragon thingy. And this is a graphic novel put out by Marvel Comics. And it's just about this young inventor named Blarian Mercurial, and he's trying to produce this thing that will create some sort of energy, and he happens to accidentally make Figment the dragon, and Figment is like a product of pure imagination, essentially. He just comes straight from Blarian's head. So I'm kind of connecting this to the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, being that the characters in Winnie the Pooh are stuffed animals, and they're Christopher Robin's, you know, his play toys and whatnot, kind of connecting that to this, with Figment being a product of imagination. So yeah, because Blarian, Figment, in his childhood, Blarian created Figment, so that's how Figment comes to be, because he's thinking about something from his childhood. He remembers Figment. It's all very cute and adorable. And yeah, this is just a really short, quick graphic novel about these two on their adventures, and it has a bit of a Victorian steampunk vibe to it, if you like that sort of thing. Yeah, so I highly recommend this for not only adults, but kids as well. So yeah, if you like The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, you may like this and might want to check it out. So, concluding thoughts on Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. If you were to give this 1 out of 10 Mickey ears, what would you give it?
I think I'd give it an 8. Because, like, I still liked it, but I won't say, like, oh my god, it was fantastic, you know, but I enjoyed it a lot, and, like, I would, you know, sit through it again.
Yeah.
So, I'd give it an 8.
Yeah, I think I'd give it an 8 too. Cute, fun. Didn't really have much of anything going on to it, but I think it had some good themes in it, though. Yeah, I guess friendship was probably a big theme in it.
Just because one friend is different does not mean you leave them up in the tree.
Yeah. And then I guess childhood, too, is another theme, because Christopher Robin has to go to school at the very end.
Oh, yeah.
And he's worried about Pooh forgetting him while he's at school, I guess is what was going on, so yeah, I mean, it was nonsensical in some ways, but, I mean, it did have some themes when you sit and think about it. So I guess that's it for this review on the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Have you guys watched this cartoon? Do you like it? What are some of your favorite moments? Just let us know your thoughts in the comments below. So that's it for this video. We hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you liked this video, you may like these other videos. Bye, guys.